The Sports Scouting Report with Lee King. Brought to you by Medine's Collision Center in Baton Rouge. Take control, choose Medine's. Grosse Savant Lodge, south of Lake Charles, the true sportsman's paradise. Treads and Care Company in Central, the tires you need, the service you want. Harvey Auto in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you have trusted for years. And Gage in Baton Rouge. Get better connected with Gage. Here's your host, Lee King.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee King with the Sports Scouting Report podcast, TV show, video. It's that time of year. We own Louisiana Football Magazine since '97. And this year, I'm going to announce it right now. We're going to have the magazine for the first time in 28 years. It's going to be free online. Not laid out as a whole book, but in pieces every day for the next 4 months, starting in June through August. And what's really cool about this, if you're a coach, is that you don't have to wait till August to see it. We'll start having stuff in June. And I'll be doing write-ups, and we're going to have interns putting up stories on recruits. And parents, if you're watching this show, this is the show to watch. We're going to be talking with an individual that started a brand new college and the head football coach to a brand new football team at the brand new college called John Melvin University. And our first guest is the founder of the university. And I want to introduce, and I want to make sure I don't pronounce this wrong, David Andron.
Correct.
Morgan City native.
Appreciate it, yes.
In Crowley right now.
In Crowley.
And without waiting any longer, because the suspense is people are going to say, John Melvin University, what is that? And that's what I was saying the other day on Twitter. And I'm not a Twitter guy, but I saw one of your coaches, Corey Andrus, on there Twittering about prospects. And I said, well, John Melvin must be in like Rhode Island or something, right? But Andrus is Louisiana name. Because I remember Northside High School and his brother going to Ole Miss. I hit him up and I said, Coach, where's John Melvin University? Crowley? So this is how we came to this point. And David, you founded John Melvin. Your story about John Melvin's incredible. Tell everybody how you came up with the name of the college that you started.
Well, I actually started coaching at Berwick High School, which is where I graduated from. I graduated from Berwick in 1992. I went on to play, college baseball and football. Then I went back and became the head baseball coach at Berwick High School in 1997. And John Melvin was a freshman at that time on our team. And, you love all your players when you're coaching, but he was just that first kid that I got that bond
special
with, And his parents didn't know a whole lot about athletics, so I started taking him on his visits. I took him to Northwestern State for a football visit and a track visit. Took him to UL, which was USL at the time. He ends up signing, for football and track at USL. In 2002, I went off to coach professional baseball while he was at UL, and I got the phone call that he was killed in a motorbike accident. And I was devastated. I felt like I lost my brother. At the time, I didn't know his sister. His sister was in nursing school while he was in high school, but I was really close to the mom and dad. After my years of professional baseball, I moved back to Morgan City and reconnected with the family, met his sister, and we ended up getting married. So
wow.
So John's not only my brother-in-law, he's a player that I coached that really meant a lot to me and his family. The good Lord just works in mysterious ways, and his family's been a blessing to me since I started coaching.
And you named the college after John Melvin.
Correct, yeah.
And dedication to him. And now we have this new college that is going to play its first football season this coming season, right?
Correct. We just finished our first year. We had baseball, softball, and men's basketball and men's soccer this first year. So our baseball team won 19 games this spring, which is impressive for our first year of school.
Now, the first thing people are going to be thinking of, the first thing I thought of, is this a D3 school, D2 school, NAIA? How is it going to start in football?
So right now we're independent.
Okay.
We have to go through the accreditation process. We're in the accreditation process with TRACS, which is the Transnational Association of Christian Schools and Colleges, which is one of two Christian-related accreditations that's recognized by the Board of Education.
Okay.
So we're going through that process. Our goal is to play in the USCAA, which is the United States Collegiate Athletic Association, which is a small school division, and then we're going to apply to the NAIA as well. We've been talking to the Red River Conference and the commissioner there. So once we get through that process, we plan on joining the NAIA.
What's exciting is new centenaries on your schedule.
Yes.
They're new.
Right.
So y'all both in the same spot. It's the first year, right?
Right.
Two coaches, Byron Dawson, your coach Lee. We're going to introduce him later. And then you've got Louisiana Christian. I've got to get the name right because it used to be Louisiana College, which is in Pineville. So they're on the schedule.
Correct.
So at least you have two Louisiana schools to play to start. You don't
Right.
have to travel out of state. You're in Crowley. How did Crowley come in the mix for the college?
Actually, my wife and I started the university. We were living in New Orleans, and we were looking for a place to host the campus. I've been scouting for 20-something years to help a lot of players move on to college and professional baseball. And Mr. Chuck Ashby, he's from Crowley. He's one of the commissioners in Crowley. I helped both of his sons move on to college and play. And he reached out and he said, David, I need to introduce you to the mayor. We need this college in Crowley. So I went and met with the mayor at the time, Mr. Tim Monceau, and one thing led to another, and they ended up saying, hey, we need this here. It's a blessing. Let's make it work. And we came to an agreement, and here we are in Crowley a year later.
Who's the baseball coach?
Rocky Musgraves.
Not you.
No, not at all.
And you're like the baseball guru.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in baseball, but people ask me all the time why I'm not coaching anymore. My last year of coaching was in 2018 at Westgate High School. But I started writing books. I do a lot of sports psychology coaching. When I'm coaching, I can help 25 to 30 players on the team.
Okay.
Doing things like this and writing books and giving back. Now I can reach a whole lot more people.
David Andron, one of the founders of the school, John Melvin University and Crowley College. Coach, I'm calling you coach because you coach baseball.
Everybody calls me coach.
Coach, yeah. Idea of kind of enrollment right now, just because y'all are brand new.
Brand new. Our goal was to start off with 50 students. We started off with 87.
Wow.
I think we finished this past semester with right at 80. We're trying to get up over 200 in the fall.
You hear that, parents, kids? There's a college in Crowley that you need to know about. John Melvin. We've got one more segment with David. We got Coach is going to join us. His football coach, Coach Lee, is going to join us in the final segment. But we're going to take a break, David. We're going to bring you back and want to talk more about recruiting the student athlete and how we can help the school. That's what this is about today. And besides eating this food, coaches are going to take this home and eat really well going home.
I can't wait.
From the Giulio Brothers Italian Restaurant. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
What does that bug man do?
Not only do we do pest control, we do odor control, bat removal, moisture control, rodents, and of course, bed bug control. Give the bug man a call. We get them before they get you.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sports Scouting Report podcast. Go to our YouTube page, hit subscribe button, the bing, and share it. Show it to people. Go to Twitter. Go to Instagram now. And wherever you get your podcasts, we're on Podbean, but we're on iHeartRadio and different, wherever you get your podcasts, you can get it. John Melvin University is a new college in Crowley, Louisiana. David is with us. Andron, who has got a baseball background, a professional background, a high school background. Coach, they call him coach, and I would understand that since you did the pro level as well.
Yes, sir.
Talk about, David, if a mom's watching today and they're not from Crowley High School or Notre Dame or Crowley, and they're not from Church Point, and they're not from Rain, I'm talking about all the ones that know where you are. We're talking about Lafayette, Shreveport, New Orleans, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, where we are. How does my kid get enrolled? What funding? Is it grants? All that stuff.
Yeah, all the information is on our website, which is johnmelvinuniversity.org, and they can email admissions@johnmelvin.university. We offer tuition discounts, scholarships, athletic and academic scholarships. We're not able to offer federal financial aid at the time until we get through the accreditation process. Hopefully we'll be able to offer that in the near future, but we try to help make it as affordable as possible. We offer in-house payment plans and things like that. So they can get all that information on the website.
College is young, growing, and be a part of it. We're going to have Coach join us in the last segment, talk about the football program, how you can, whether it's the portal, whether it's coming out of high school as a senior, prep school, wherever, they're trying to put a roster together for this coming season. Where would you want to go? And everybody has a chance to play at a brand new school. I want to show some pictures. Nolan, we've got the first picture, which I love. There's ping pong tables. It looks like a media room that you have with some ping pong tables. Next picture, logo, Miller Nation, your logo. Came up with the logo, I would think?
We did, yeah. Actually, we let the city of Crowley vote on it. The Miller Man.
Miller Man?
Yeah, is the rice mill in Crowley. So
okay.
They used to have the former professional baseball team in Crowley called the Crowley Millers. So we wanted the city to be involved with naming our mascot, and they unanimously voted that we want the Millers back. So that's how we came up with the John Melvin University Millers. We're
going to save the football schedule picture for Coach Lee when he comes up. It's an interesting schedule. And we and Coach talked about there's a lot of new schools, thank God, because they're brand new. You want to be with another new school on that football field because they don't know what roster they're going to have. Coach doesn't know what he's going to have. We're going to talk about that. We have a video, Nolan, that's 1 minute and 17 seconds. We're not going to play the whole video, but let's go ahead and play some of the videos starting right now for John Melvin University. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Coach, before we go and before we talk to your coach, if you're not just a football player, you're talking about there's baseball. What other sports do you have currently right now?
We're looking to add almost every sport that's available to NAIA. We're trying to add golf and tennis and cross country. We're offering track and field, men's and women's basketball, and we're going to keep adding as we go. We just want to get Christian athletes that want to advance and succeed academically, athletically, and spiritually. That's the goal of the university.
Where is the football games going to be played in the beginning?
We're playing at Gardner Memorial Stadium in Crowley.
Crowley, yeah. The whole town of Crowley there's no excuse you're not there, right? Just get out of your house, just walk to the stadium.
The community's been great.
The gents, they're right there, right? They're green, y'all are green, right? Same. Look, I'll pick up on stuff real quick. I've been to Crowley a couple of days over there, but you got Louis Cook there at Notre Dame High School. Get them involved, and
yeah, absolutely.
You're at 87 students. What would you like to be in the next 3 years, David?
Our goal is to get to about 500 students in the next 3 years. And we're going to continue to grow and advance as many students as we can.
How'd you find Coach before we bring him up next segment?
He actually applied, and as soon as we interviewed him, I was actually on the Zoom call for his interview. And as soon as we got off, I told my wife, I said, this is our guy. There's no doubt the good Lord's putting him in place. He's put together a team of, a staff, our front office staff, and all of our coaches have just been a blessing to us, and we're grateful to have him here.
Coach Don Lee from Tennessee. I think Franklin, he said, Franklin, Tennessee. Not a bad place to be from. I like Tennessee. I like Chattanooga and Memphis and Nashville. I like Nashville, though. I like Nashville. Memphis got some good food. Coach says our food's better, though, right? If you're watching Tennessee, he didn't really mean it. But Coach said it's tough to be on a diet here in Louisiana. I second that. Any final thoughts, David, about the university, John Melvin, and if parents are listening or students in this camera, anything you want to tell them?
Yeah, if you're looking for a Christian university where your students can get, taken care of, and we take care of each individual student. You're not going to come and be a number. We love and, really take care of our students one-on-one and do a lot of hands-on learning. So if you're looking for a place that, you can get that type of love and respect and really help advance, again, academically and spiritually, John Melvin University is a place that you want to check out.
And you're in a great spot. You're not far from Lake Charles. You're not far from Lafayette or BR. And you're not really far from North Louisiana. So go get into Eunice and St. Edmunds and all those schools, Ville Platte. Man, it's a lot of football in that area. A lot of good football players. I think it's smart. What you're doing is phenomenal. I'm glad. I want to give a shout out to Corey Andrus, one of your assistant coaches, for me and him kind of connecting on Twitter, believe it or not.
Corey does a great job.
This is how this came about.
Yeah, Corey's been a blessing to us as well. Just another one that, we cross paths, and, he's been a huge help to us, not only with recruiting, but marketing and helping reach out to people like yourself to help us promote it even more.
Morgan City's native David Andron, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you. Thank you
Coach,
for having us.
Coach, we'll be back with his coach, Coach Lee from Franklin, Tennessee, who's going to coach football. First year, we're going to talk about football and how to put together a roster as a first-year coach. That's quite a task. We'll be right back.
Gros Savon Lodge, the true sportsman's paradise. Gros Savon Lodge has fresh and saltwater fishing, alligator hunting, waterfowl hunting, and eco tours located south of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Give them a call at 337-598-2357. That number to call again is 337-598-2357, and have the time of your life. Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, the host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast and video TV show. You met David, the founder of the school, Coach David, and now we got his coach, football head coach, joining us, who's done a great job, Don Lee.
Yes,
Don,
sir.
thank
Great
you,
to
man.
meet you, sir. Thank you so much.
You brought all the ammo with you.
Well, we're excited.
I know,
We're
man.
excited.
You got your shirt there, the logo, the cross, which I like.
Yes,
you got
sir.
the helmet,
Yes, sir.
which I know will have more stuff on it as we go.
We've
the
got
jerseys?
the away game jerseys, which turned
Pretty
out
neat.
really
Pretty neat.
well. We got the home jerseys, so we have both of those, and we have 2 sets of pants, so we're on our way.
You got a little green Oregon going on, a
yes.
little dark green
Oh, yes.
Oregon.
Turned out really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the pants matches both sides. I mean, it turned out really well.
You know,
really, first year, really well.
These recruits today,
Oh, this is what they love.
they love the color of uniforms.
Yep.
Isn't that right?
That all they care about is all of this. Not the playbook.
The marketing.
The
Yeah,
marketing.
the
They love
marketing.
that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you've been college coaching more than a couple of days. You being from Tennessee, you said you're from Franklin, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
You've coached a long time in college football. You've started a program from scratch before.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
everybody about that.
Ooh, it's a blessing. It takes a different person to do what we're doing.
From scratch.
From scratch. This is not my first merry-go-round. My first one was Middle Georgia College in Cochran, Georgia, which my mentor taught me how to raise it from the ground level up. And I've been on his coattail for a couple of years, so he traveled around and we started redoing colleges. And I loved it, the challenge. I love communicating with people. I love the task, and it's a Johnny get your gun type task. You got to build something really fast. And
You trying to build a roster from
real
scratch.
fast. Not only just the roster.
And you got the portal going on.
Yes, Porter.
And you got NIL going on.
Yeah,
How does that help you? Because I think as a small new school, opportunity.
Opportunity. That's exactly right. We've been blessed for the last 2 months. We've picked up about 55 kids so far. We have a total 43 that's set. We have 32 from the state of Louisiana, and that was our goal, to recruit 90-mile radius, and that helps you in recruiting too.
And there's a lot of talent.
Oh, man, it's a blessing off I-10. You hear me? You don't have to go nowhere. I mean, you can come set right there.
And I don't mean no disrespect to a junior college out of state, because we're selling Louisiana.
That's
here,
exactly right. That's exactly
But
right.
you're convincing some kids, hey, you don't need to go to Jones, Mississippi Junior College.
Yep.
You don't need to go to
Southwest.
Kilgore.
That's exactly right.
Just stay here and
Stay
play
here,
ball.
right in this area, and it gives a lot of kids an opportunity now. And as we grow, we'll grow into more schools and start putting our face in more schools. Once you get a coaching staff, it's even better.
And I've worked for colleges since '91, so I understand the dynamics. Some kids can't afford to go to Belhaven,
Exactly.
Louisiana College.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mississippi College. I mean,
Exactly.
not Louisiana, but Mississippi College,
Mississippi College.
Belhaven, and those schools. This is a school that y'all will work with the kids.
That's exactly right.
In state, too.
That's right.
Which is not out-of-state tuition.
And now I have to say to the owners, you know, he's not going to tell you, and he's not modest, but those guys funded this for the whole year.
Unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. I mean, you know, they went out and tried their best to give the kids what they needed, and that's what got me excited about coming in. You know, you have a group of people that's committed. That's a big word, to build.
Build something.
That's exactly right.
A lot of colleges in Tennessee where you're from, Coach. Obviously, we know Memphis. We know the University of Tennessee. But the Tennessee Techs, the Tennessee States, the Chattanoogas, the Lambus, all these schools that
all over.
A lot of schools.
Yes,
and in Louisiana, we don't have that many outside the D1, 1AA realm.
That's exactly
We got
right.
13 now,
Yeah.
15 with Centenary.
Yes, sir.
But prior to Centenary and your school, I mean, it was basically 13 schools,
Right.
which is not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not for the talent in the
Right.
state.
It's a lot of talent. A lot of people's coming in getting the talent. I'm trying my best to keep it here.
What's your best sell to a recruit if a mama's watching, Coach,
Well,
right now? Because there's still a lot of unsigned guys
yes, sir.
because the portal's taking their scholarships.
That's exactly right. My main thing is when I bring a recruit in, I show them everything, and that's nothing right now. And I show them the vision of where we're going. And when I really win the parents over, because if their son come and plays for me, there's three things I'm going to make him. I'm going to make him a better man, a better father, and a better person in the workplace. And if I've done that, I've created a solid man. And I'm going to put Christ behind it. I'm not going to beat him over the head with the Bible. I'm going to lead by example.
Character.
Yes, sir.
Where does food play in it now at Louisiana?
Here we go. I picked up 33 pounds in 2
Quick,
months. 2 months. I mean, I was skinny when I got here. I've been at every restaurant. I put up all over my Facebook, and people mad at home, and I say, it's better than Tennessee food. I ate it all from Gator. I mean,
all of it.
Oh, all of it. I've had players
Shrimp,
from this
crawfish.
area, crawfish, boudin.
Etouffee.
Oh, come on, you get me hungry now.
Everything.
Everything.
And you're
everything.
in the right place in the state.
And I'm a big boy, so I like to eat. You know.
What'd you play back in the day? Football?
Linebacker. I
Linebacker.
play linebacker. Yes,
You
sir.
heard Sean Burks earlier. What did you think of that?
Awesome. You hear me? And his help. It's awesome.
For
I mean,
60
great
years old.
man. You know, a legend. It's hard to come and sit behind a legend.
Threw
you
a
know?
shot put 270.
Wow, unbelievable. Athlete.
Terry Bradshaw beat Bradshaw's
I
record.
tried to give him this helmet.
To come back.
Just come back for 1 year. We need him for one more year.
You know, I have Googled the oldest players in college football. And, Coach, what do you think of that? Some of these 30-year-olds that are playing college football.
But you know
I mean,
that-
if you can play.
They're allowing you, especially
Right.
NAI, as long as you have eligibility. You know, if you have eligibility, you have an opportunity to play. That's the reason why you go back to get the Army guys that has that dream. You know, we're recruiting them all. We want you to come and play. We've got a home for you.
Now, I know this. Let's show the schedule real quick. I got a picture of the schedule. Fort Worth, Texas, first game, Texas Westland. I've heard of them. They're pretty good.
9-3 last year.
Second game will be in Crowley. Atlantis University. That's a
Brand
new
new
one.
school.
Third one, Shreveport. Centenary. Brand new in
Brand new
Shreveport.
school. Yes,
Byron
sir.
Dawson.
Yes, sir.
Next game will be in Miami.
Yeah.
Another new
Another
school.
new
Florida Memorial
Yeah.
University.
Yes, sir. Well, Florida's been there for their NAI.
Okay.
They were pretty good last year, so we've got a good new coach there.
Another new school. Next game, Crowley, 9:30. The date, Central Georgia Tech
New school.
College.
Yes, sir.
Go back to Crowley on 10/14. Centenary from Shreveport. It'll be a home game. Batesville, Arkansas. Lyon College, which
Lyon
is another.
College.
And the final game this coming season, 11/4, the date, in Pineville, Louisiana, which used to be Louisiana College, Louisiana Christian.
Yes.
Finishing home.
That's exactly right.
Now, before we go, Coach, every coach has a background. You're a linebacker guy. So I'm guessing you're a defensive guy?
I've been blessed to coach it all, but you probably my voice is real loud, so I'm more of a defensive guy.
Like an O-line, D-line linebacker coach?
Yeah, coach D-line forever. So, I mean, our offense is the air raid. We throw it 95% of the time. The other 5, I think about it. So, defense, we stunt. I mean, we
5
don't
wide,
send them.
6 wide.
Come on, we
trips
bring
left,
it.
trips
Yep.
right.
A lot of running backs don't like it, but I say we opens up the run. And so they're going to have 1,000-yard rushing and 1,000-yard catch.
Balance.
Balance.
You need a back.
Come
though.
on. Yeah, I'm about ready to sign you up now. Are you
Come on
open?
now. Come on now. Come on.
Yes,
We
sir.
got Grant here, Shastry, who played at Brother Martin. He played in California.
In
His brothers played at Brother Martin.
Okay.
And
Yes.
but yeah, final thing for mom and dad if they're listening: how to get in touch with you, Coach. Like, is there an email?
Yes. Email is donlee@johnmelvinuniversity. Please send. I'm all over Twitter. I've got coaches that's on Twitter right now. We can also go to johnmelvin.org. You find us on the website. Fill out a questionnaire. We're going to have someone call you back. We're looking for athletes, and I want to keep it in state.
And look, spring evaluation's about to end.
Right.
And Coach is one guy.
Come on.
And Corey Anders is one guy.
One guy.
And David's trying to do all he can. But y'all have like a high school staff plus the same staff.
Well, we're going to get it there. We're excited
but
now.
Look, 87.
87.
And then 500s around the block.
Right there. Yep. We're adding. We're excited. We've got a good administration that can help us out. We're moving fast, moving really fast.
Well, Don, appreciate you coming on, Coach. Don Lee. I appreciate David coming on, the president of the university, and I want to come suit up. You're passionate.
Come on, just call
You're
me.
Passionate.
We'll have you at the front gate, bring you up at the top, put the helmet on.
Shit, I think Bear Bryant. You didn't coach with Bear Bryant, did you, at one time?
That probably did, right?
Did.
Great. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Don.
allowing us to come,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
John Melvin University, Crowley, Louisiana. Go check him out. If you can't remember what he told you, Coach, just put in John Melvin, Google it,
Yes.
University, Crowley, Louisiana, and go play some football. There's no excuse now. If you want to continue playing football, there's a new school to have an opportunity. And I don't think Coach will ever turn down a quarterback to throw the ball 80 yards.
Come on.
And run a 4.5 in the 40, right?
Sounds
Sounds good?
That's exactly right.
Sounds good. Some big linemen, some big Mike linebackers.
We need them.
And some big, tall corners.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hope
Defense
everybody-
win championships.
That's it. That's it. Big D line, have a little depth. He's going to have two deep. Nobody wants to be too deep anymore in college
Right.
ball, but you need backups. Hope everybody enjoyed the show today, and we'll see everybody next Wednesday.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee King.